welcome to YouTube Tuesday, session 146, with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Hello, hello, welcome, happy Tuesday to you. I got my paper pumpkin kit in the mail this weekend. This is the April All the Little Things kit, and it comes with a couple of special treats in there. So I thought I would take today's session and show you these gorgeous projects, as well as a few alternates. Okay, we always love seeing what else we can do with the kit pieces. And I have a special announcement for you too. Stampin' Up! Just announced last night that they will be doing a free shipping sale on Wednesday, April 19th. That's tomorrow. 24-hour flash sale. Free shipping on orders of $75 or more. That's here in the US. It's $75 US. And I'm so excited to share that with you because you get the free shipping on top of the last chance clearance prices, which is amazing. Hey, hubby. Love a good free shipping day. And with that, I wanted to share, it's a great time to take advantage of the Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscriptions. All right, those are fantastic if you want to try a month or a couple months. They work great as gifts. You can do 1, 3, 6, or 12-month prepaid subscriptions. And actually, if you do the 12-month, not only do you save $37 just over the course of the 12 months, but with the free shipping sale on the 12 months, it's a $51 savings. All right, so $51 over the course of the year if you do a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription on the free shipping day, which is awesome. Who doesn't want to save a little bit of money on their favorite craft supplies? Yes, so let's go ahead and get started. We've got lots to do today. And if you have your kit, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have a kit and you love these projects, I did get a couple of extras because I thought this might be pretty popular. So reach out to me and I can hook you up. All right, let me go ahead and flip the camera here so we can get started. All right. So I do have here my April host code, GTVBGBZ3. All right, that's a mouthful, but make sure you use that code tomorrow on your free shipping orders. If your order is over $150, then don't use the code because you'll actually qualify for your own Stampin' Rewards at the $150 level. But if you do and you use my code, I will have a free gift for everybody that orders tomorrow. I have a stash of stamp sets and paper, and I will be putting together some fun little surprise kits to send out to everybody who places one of those free shipping orders. And I will also be sending your new copy of the 2023 to 2024 annual catalog along with that. So, double bonus. All right. Hi, Karen. Hello, hello. Oh, yeah, Karen says she's maxed out her Stampin' Up! Budget. Well, I've kind of maxed out mine too, but free shipping is such a good deal that I can't help. I've got some things planned for tomorrow too. Always have a running wish list, and I always need a restock of cardstock and dimensionals and envelopes, all that good stuff. So here we have our Paper Pumpkin kit. This is the April 2023 all the little things. It comes with a shaded spruce Stampin' Spot. Our stamp set is super cute. We've got, of course, I'm grateful for all the little things you do. A celebrate today, enjoy your day. We even have a sympathy in there. And we've got some little abstract dots, some leaves and flower there. A sneak peek of the of the May kit. May kit. We'll get that towards the end of May. This is called Exploring in Color, and the kit will feature new in colors, the 5 new in colors that are released in May. This is a sneak peek, but you can tell it has a nature theme, woodsy outdoors. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I'm really, really excited about that. So you're definitely going to want to take advantage and sign up for Paper Pumpkin, grab a prepaid code or several, and take advantage of that. All right, so on the back side of this flyer, it shows a sneak peek of what bonus came in this month's kit. All right, this is a special gift with the April kit, and that is this free box organizer. It's this little grid collection here, and obviously the longer pieces go lengthwise in the box, and then the shorter pieces hook together here to make little compartments. Hi, Wendy. Hello, hello. No sunshine today. Our 80, 90 degree weather from last week is gone, and it's been snowing today. So we've had a good 45 degree swing in temperatures. But the good news is it's short-lived, and I believe by Friday it should be warm again. So that is New York weather for you. Give it 5 minutes or a day, and it will go ahead and change. Yep, that's crazy. So those little grid, you can adjust the sizes where you want these little boxes to be. Let me trying to hold everything up here and put some of these in here. Whoops. All right, definitely a little two-handed project to hold this in. Okay, but once you get the first one in, then the next few go much easier. All right, so there's enough of these little dividers that you can sort and store your whole collection of Stampin' Spots, which is pretty cool. All right, let me go ahead and put these in here, and then we can see exactly how many will fit. All right, so you can see, so we've got 6 along the top, 6 by 4, so that's 24, and we could double stack them. All right, so your organizer here, if you did it just like this, would hold a total of 48 Stampin' Spots. That is pretty awesome. Love that. Now, if you don't want it to hold all of your Stampin' Spots, maybe you don't have 48 Stampin' Spots, you can change things around a little bit, and you can use it to hold. You could put your different blocks in here. You could put your glue in here or something. You could just change around the configurations. All right, so you could put your snips in here, all kinds of different stuff. Maybe you want to store some extra little blocks or something. So you can mix and match this, which is pretty cool. So just by rearranging the little grid. All right, and you could also use that as a template for converting a few more of your boxes. So I think that's pretty cool. Nice little gift here in our April kit, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so now that we've got the box, all right, somebody else I saw mentioned that you could also use it to store or sort your kit pieces as you go ahead and start to take your kit apart here. So let's go ahead and wrap this and see how gorgeous this is. Hi, Kathy. Yes, glad you caught me live. All right, tempting everybody. This is the April Paper Pumpkin Kit. All right, and if you're not already a subscriber, or if you are, definitely want to take advantage of the prepaids with the free shipping sale happening tomorrow, it's Wednesday, April 19th. All right, it's a one-day only flash sale, so definitely want to check that out. All right, so the sneak peek that Stampin' Up! Had given us was that it would have kind of like a cherry blossom theme, and there would be some iridescent foil accents on some of those floral pieces. So I'm excited to see what they actually look like. Here is our sneak peeks of the 3 cards as designed. Really, really pretty. All right, our colors in this kit, we have some balmy blue, Calypso Coral, Granny Apple Green, Petal Pink, Poppy Parade, and shaded spruce. So blue with accents of green and pink there. Really cool. All right, so I'm going to set that over. Keep my chipboard because I always use that when I'm making a mess here on my desk. All right, we've got our glue dots. We have some accent pieces. These little die cuts are super cute with a little floral edging. All right. Ooh, check these out. Can you guys, is it catching light there? Love these. Oh my goodness. So we've got neat branches. We've got a little bouquet, single flowers, and little blossoms as well. We have 3 sheets of those, and I love the iridescent foil. That is just so cool. All right, let's see our card bases. So this kit makes 9 cards. So we have 3 with a petal pink wash here. All right, here's our other accent pieces. We've got some little banners, circles, and fun little scalloped edgings. All right, die cut elements. Card number 2. All right, looks like we have just some basic white, solid white cards. And then, is that all 9? Okay, and then, oh, here we go. All right, of course, our envelopes. Envelopes are really pretty. These are balmy blue, and it looks like all 9 envelopes are the same. So kind of a watercolor wash on there and little speckled envelopes. Okay, and then we've got twine, black, and calypso coral. All right, love these. Some more holographic accent pieces. And then our third card base are these shaded spruce wash. Now this is a portrait style. It opens a little bit differently, which is why they have folded these already so that they'll fit here in the box as opposed to hanging out the edges. All right, so those are our 9 card designs. And then of course we've got dimensionals and some iridescent jewels in there too. All right, really, really nice. All right, so let's go ahead. You can always know I like to make one of each as is, and then we can play with some alternates a bit here. So we got a petal pink, the white, and the shaded spruce. All right, so for each of these, let's lay out our pieces. For the petal pink one, that one needs one of these larger labels. It also gets one of these really cool holographic leaf pieces. All right, it gets one of those floral edge pieces. Those are really cute. And then uses a little bit of twine here as well. So let's go ahead and fold this. Okay, gorgeous. So we'll put darker petal pink here. And then with these, we're going to pop out the negative pieces in here. So that is kind of nice that they kept it all together like that so it doesn't get caught in anything while the packaging shifts or something. But we're going to pop all these little pieces out so that you can see between the leaves. Really neat. All right, so that way when we pop these out and then place it on the card base, then we'll have that petal pink showing through. It'll kind of soften the look a little bit. All right, so I probably should have just kept these stacked and then I could pop out all 3 of them at the same time. Yes, Terry, agree. Who doesn't want something free? Free shipping is always a bonus, especially now that shipping is, here in the US, it's $7.95 minimum or 11%. So that is a pretty big savings, especially if you live in a state like New York, like I do, and we're also taxed on our shipping. All right, that's not a Stampin' Up! Thing, that's a New York State thing. So free shipping actually turns out to be not just the 11%, but it also has the tax savings as well. So really great deal. All right. So we're going to use our Stampin' Dimensionals to pop this up, just kind of putting them on a few of the kind of corner pieces, spacing them out a little bit here among the back of this gorgeous leafy die cuts. All right, that'll help give it a little pop off of the card base and allow some of that really pretty petal pink to show through. Oh, Karen doesn't have any tax out there in Montana. Well, good for you. That must be nice. We pay tax on everything here in New York, and it's 8%. So that's why I say for us it's a really good deal, because it's not just the 11% free shipping, but then we're also saving the 8% tax on that as well. So on that $75 order, it's a good, $10+ savings. So yeah, definitely adds up. All right, so let's go ahead. We've got, isn't that gorgeous? Love that. All right, so we're going to stamp our sentiment here on our label. We're going to layer that onto our really pretty floral piece. All right, and then we'll do a little twine on there as well. So let's see. Again, we'll grab our sentiments, our stamps here. Now this is a fairly big label, so we could go ahead and do this large stamp here. I'm grateful for all the little things you do. All right, so I'm going to use, since I have the whole collection of Stampin' blocks, I'm going to use the blocks that I have on hand. If you are new to Paper Pumpkin, your very first kit will include a small D size block. All right, so I have some of those around here a little bit too. But your first kit does come with a free block, similar to the kits collection. And of course you get your ink spot. I do have the ink pad, so I'm going to use my full-size ink pad, which is already open. And go ahead and ink this up with some shaded spruce. Okay. Right in the center there. Okay, that's pretty straight. Not too bad. All right, so they have us using our little mini glue dots. We can put some of these dots here along the edge of our flower border. All right, go ahead and peel those off. And then this will stick right to it. Okay, just like that. Hold it down a little bit. Then we'll put a few dimensionals here on the back. All right, I like to put one on the edge just to make sure that stays. So I do, again, 3. 3 is the magic number for dimensionals there. And before we stick that down, we're going to take our twine. And they're indicating in the instructions about 22 inches. That to me seems like a lot of twine, and I don't want to measure that. So what I'm going to do is just take the edge and wrap it around my fingers. So what did I do? I did once, twice, let's go 3 times, and that seems plenty. All right, so I went around my 4 fingers 3 times. I call this making a little bird's nest. It's just kind of place it where you would like it here on your card, and then you'll undo, take the backing off your dimensionals here. All right, you're going to place this right on top. Okay, just like that. So your bird's nest kind of hides from the back a little bit. You can pull it up and adjust it. All right, and then your dimensionals keep it there in place. So first card, super simple. Oh, Karen's joking. Is stamping cheaper than therapy? Well, I'd say it's definitely a more fun kind of therapy. Absolutely. Whether it's cheaper or not, I don't know, but it's definitely more fun. All right, so our second card here uses the shaded spruce base. We're also going to get to use this gorgeous, now these definitely look like cherry blossoms to me. And I was chatting with one of my Stampin' friends who has amazing flower gardens. And personally, I think these look more like peonies than, these look like cherry blossoms to me, but these look like peonies. So I guess it doesn't really matter. They're pretty nonetheless. That's a big flower branch, so that's gonna kind of angle across the front a little bit. Looks like we also need one of these larger pieces. We're gonna use that speckled background stamp to kind of make our own little designer series paper there. We'll use one of the petal pink stitched circles for our sentiment, and then one of these neat little scallopy elements as an accent too. All right, so we're gonna pull in. This is where it's great. Keep that chipboard that all those pieces from your packaging. Then we're gonna use the background stamp, these little abstract speckles. Okay. And our shaded spruce ink here. And we're gonna make a little speckled background. All right, so you can start by placing it one way, and then if you rotate it 180 degrees there, and then stamp it again. And then rotate it. Okay, and then rotate it again. And it kind of all fits together, making a neat little border there across that piece. Okay, then before we put this all together, we're going to use a little bit of twine to wrap around this. And this is where I'm going to deviate from the instructions a bit, because they have you assembling and then wrapping the twine all the way around the card, including the front flap. Personally, I hate that. I hate when ribbon is loose on the inside of my card. So anytime I use ribbon, I prefer to decorate the element itself, because that way you can have nice clean edges. So use a couple of glue dots. I'm going to use a little Stampin' Seal and just put it on the ends here of this piece. All right, go ahead and tuck your thread to the back of one of those, and then we can wrap it a couple times. All right. And then if you do that, not only do you save, you don't use nearly as much thread, but then tuck it to the back. Then you've got this nice clean edges. All right. Oops. There you go. You can always adjust it. Okay. But that way you don't have anything, when you open your card, it's going to be nice and clean. You don't have all those loose threads flopping around. Okay. So we're going to put this on first and put this towards the bottom of the card. All right, see, nice and clean. And then we'll do our gorgeous cherry blossoms here. We'll pop those up with some dimensionals. So just kind of space them out like every 1.5 inches or so. Okay. And then we'll put this, you do have to angle it, because if you put it straight up and down, it's going to hang off the edge of your card. So angle it across the front just a little bit there. Okay. Then on our little swirly piece, we'll put a couple of those glue dots. I think 3 is sufficient there. Oops. All right, so we'll kind of tuck this. Kind of goes across the front, but you could bend it a little bit. I think I'm going to tuck it. Let's see, move that dimensional a little bit. I'm going to tuck mine right under there. Okay. And then we'll stamp our sentiment on this. So we got a few that would fit. Celebrate. I'm going to go with enjoy your day. That could be enjoy or celebrate. That could be just about anything. Though with all these gorgeous iridescent elements, celebrate. This is definitely could be a fun celebrate card. Okay. All right, pop this up with dimensional. Just one in the center should be good. Okay. And then you can put it on top. You could kind of tuck it under. I think I like it tucked under because I like the little floral elements layering on top. But that is totally up to you. Now, they've also designed it so that you would use these 3 little flowers on this card too, and kind of pop those up in various places. Kind of popped them up in different things. Personally, I think if you do that, they just blend right in. I really don't think you can even see them. So I'm going to, again, I'm changing things up a little bit. I'm going to take just one of these flowers and I'm going to put it right down here. All right, because that way you can actually see it. I think that's much better. All right, and then we can add some little iridescent jewels. If you love the iridescent jewels, we do sell full packs of them in the catalog. All right, in the catalog you actually get small, medium, and large size. All right, so these are kind of fun. Put them in different places around your card. They've put quite a few on here actually. So you can add, you can be liberal with them because they've actually included quite a few. I think if I counted right, they included 5. All right, so you have enough for 5 for this card, and I didn't even pay attention. Oh, but 5 on the leaf card too. Honestly, I didn't put any on the leaf card because I don't know if you would really even notice them. Let's see where they put some of these. I don't know. Sometimes I think they kind of hide a little bit. So I'm going to place them in different places because if you're going to put them on, you should at least notice them, right? At least that's the way I feel. But if you're going to put them on, you should be able to tell that they're there. So I guess they kind of look like little dewdrops if you do that. Lots and lots of sparkle here on these projects. So that is card number 1 and 2. Alrighty. Hi, Alicia. Yes, this is a great kit. Hi, Polly. Yeah, so my kit just came this weekend. I believe I got it. No, I got it yesterday. It didn't even come this weekend. It came yesterday. Somebody on my team got theirs Saturday. She always seems to get her kit a couple days before I do. So if you haven't got your kit yet, rest assured it's on the way. They just shipped last week. It's been exactly 7 days. So depending on where you are, could take a little bit longer. Okay, so the third card here uses just the plain white card base, and then we have the little balmy blue accent pieces for that. So we're gonna fold this in half. My bone folder's hiding on the table somewhere. All right, we're going to use this little balmy blue piece along with those, the little elements, the little dots here. Again, kind of create our own little background on here. A little abstract. You could leave them off if they're not your thing. It's kind of like little bug spots or something. You can kind of just put them on wherever you want. Let's see. Totally random. It's all good. All right. So then, and I'm going to use my stamp and seal because that's just a little bit easier. All right. Put those on here. That mounts onto the card front. Then we get to pull in the gorgeous blossoms. This large one. So beautiful. Love that. Oh my goodness. All right, they also have us use a single one, but I think just like with the smaller blossoms on this card, I think they kind of have you layering, like double layering, so this one pops up. I think it blends in a little bit. I don't think it does enough justice to it, so I think I'm going to save the single blossoms for another project. All right, so I'm going to pop these up with dimensionals instead of using the glue dots. And let's put one in the middle. Okay. I think there's so much bling here with the iridescence on this card that I think it kind of blends in. And I guess I glued that on backwards. That's why that's not showing as much. Let me pull that. Let me just pull this off. All right, flip it around. Then I think my little spots will show. See? Happens now when we put this on. Now I can see the spots a little bit. That makes more sense. Okay. All right, there we go. Isn't that so pretty? All right. Lots and lots of color on there. Then we're going to use one of the little banner piece with this. And then a little bit more of the Calypso coral twine. They have us doing a little bow. So I'm going to get that out. Just grab an end, make a loop, come around with the other loop here. And if it's oversized, that's okay. You can adjust your loops. And sometimes with these little no-show bows, it's kind of, what I mean by that is if you see the sample here, they have it kind of tucked in behind the banner, so it's just kind of floppy out and about. So there we go. So I think that's all ready. Now, you guys let me know. I love that there's a sympathy stamp in here, right? Because those are the hardest cards to make, you know, just the most difficult occasion. So it's really handy to have a nice sympathy sentiment. However, I feel like this card is so bright. You guys let me know. Do you feel the same way, or would you use this as a sympathy card? I feel like it's almost too bright. To me, these look like celebration cards. Like, I think I'm going to use the Celebrate Today. This looks, to me, it looks more like a celebration, a party, like wedding, shower, graduation, you know, like a happy occasion. To me, this does not look like, I guess I think of sympathy cards being a little more simple and somber, a little bit. not so flashy. So, all right, let me see what you guys say. Oh, okay. So Alicia says she likes the sympathy cards to be bright and cheery, but a little more calm. Yeah. And then Polly says she would maybe use the leaves instead of sympathy. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're all on the same similar line of thought here. So I'm going to use this as a celebration card instead. And then we'll put a couple of dimensionals on here. All right, so the way they've designed it, it kind of pops up from the top here. And then I feel like since I made this bow, I might as well show it off, right? How many of you, I know a lot of you struggle with bows. And so if you go through the effort of making one, why would you want to hide it underneath? So I'm going to take one of those glue dots here. And I'm still going to put it up here on my banner, but I'm going to put it on the top and then just place my knot on there. So I have adjusted my loops just a little bit, make them just a little bit smaller. All right. And then my strads are kind of tuck it. I kind of like them long and kind of tuck it behind a little bit. All right. You can trim it if you want, or kind of let them dangle. But that to me is just, that's a happy card. So I think I prefer that. And then we've got, again, some more jewels we can add here. Love that they gave us a whole bunch. All right, so where did they put them? They put one over here, and then a little one up towards the spots, and then another little one kind of down here by the leaves. All right, so a couple little, I'm going to call those dewdrops on the flowers. All right, so again, started out kind of making them as as directed, but made some editorial changes along the way there. Okay, so let's see what else we can come up with here. All right, we've already saved out a few of our flowers and things like that. So let's see here. All right. So I'm not going to take credit as an original on this, but I saw somebody this is in one of our demonstrator groups, take one of these really pretty flower or shaded spruce cards here, and then they turned it into a fun fold card. So you think opens landscape like this. Well, if you flip it over, all right, fold it inside out, and then fold that front flap back to the edge, and then there's my bone folder. All right, definitely need a bone folder for this project. Give that a nice smooth crease. So we took our original card, folded it inside out, and then folded this flap back, and then check it out. You can make a fun fold card. Is that not the coolest thing ever? And then you can take some of your floral elements. Maybe you want to take the larger flower here. All right. When you do this, make sure that when you put your dimensionals on, that you're putting them on only half here. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over because I kind of have it placed where I want. And then we're going to put our dimensionals only on this flap, this left portion here of the card. And sometimes it's even helpful, put one right here in the middle of the fold. All right, that gives me one for the middle without having to worry about, did I get it too far over? Am I gonna glue my card shut? You know, that's a real thing sometimes. So I went ahead, I put dimensionals on the outer edges, one here on the fold. All right, now See, now we've got that perfect place for the middle. We can just decide how do we want to angle this. All right, make sure you keep your flowers on the card. Ah, I love that. How cool is that, right? Fantastic. So you still have room. You can write a message in here. We could even put something down here along the edge. Where are my stamps? I like that. We could even, I've got my celebrate out here. So I'm going to pull this in. And I'm going to stamp it right down here in the lower right corner. Right there on the card. Isn't that cute? All right, so I didn't use any extra pieces. It's right there. And then I feel like we definitely need a couple of jewels. Kind of place them. I'm only going to use a couple because I like being able to use them on multiple projects. I like that. Personally, I think that's cute. Just clean and simple. If you wanted to, you could put a little bow on here, but let's check it out. We'll do another bow, maybe smaller loops this time. Woo! Pull those tails. Let's see here. Isn't that cool? Thank you, Terry. I'm glad you like that. All right, let's see here. Okay, trim that off. My thread's running away with me. It's rolling off the table here. Trying to catch it at the same time. All right, let's take a glue dot and we'll just put it kind of at the base of the flower over here. So that way it's kind of right on the edge. And then let's trim that up a little bit better. There we go. Give it a nice clean look. Isn't that pretty? Again, I love the idea of turning this card inside out and making it a fun fold. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. All right. Okay, so what I am going to do, we've got single blossom here, and I feel like that really should kind of have its own spotlight a little bit. So let's use one of these card bases. You could use the green one. That might work. I think I'm going to use the green. And then I did take somewhere here in my pile, I had a couple of die cut. Of course, I use my Stylish Shapes dies for everything, so, and my scallop contours. So I had a little square, although I think, yeah, I think that might work. What do you guys think? Scalloped square, or I have a circle. Let's see which one we like. I think that just helps pop it up just a little bit extra. What do you guys think? Square or circle? I think I'm leaning towards the circle. What do you guys think? All right, so in that case, I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive. I'll stick my circle down flat. So I'm equal distance from the left, the top, and the right. Okay, so it's spaced evenly there. And then I'm going to take Gorgeous Blossom that I didn't use on this other card. Put a few dimensionals on this. And then I think I'm going to go like that. All right, that just, the circle kind of helps to ground it a little bit. All right, super, super clean and easy. If you wanted to add, you could stamp right. I think I would stamp right. I don't think I like, it's too much white. So I think I would either leave it plain like this or stamp right on the front. But I think I'm going to leave this plain for now. If you were to cut it apart, you just have an extra white base there. So I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay, so when it comes to this pink card here, I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Now, I was thinking of these gorgeous cherry blossoms here, which is beautiful. And it's a little bit long, so I could almost, where are my pieces here? I was thinking, could almost, let's see here. Turn it somewhere like that, kind of turn it at an angle. So instead of going vertical here, could have it going off towards the right. I think that's pretty. What do you guys think? I think I like that. And then I could do our sentiments down there. Actually, this one to me looks a little bit more like a sympathy card, because as Alicia said, this is a little bit calmer, something like that. I think that to me makes a little more sense. Yes. Okay, she agrees. All right. So I'm going to just keep this simple, this little white strip here. I'm going to glue this center of my base. Again, kind of equal distance, left and right and bottom. And then we'll pop our cherry blossoms up here. Of course, with lots of dimensionals, put them on every like 1.5 inches or so. I'm going to put one more over here. That way they're spaced out evenly. There we go. Let's see. Angle that a bit. I don't want it to go too far down, but yeah, I think kind of angling that over here. Make sure, all right, let me pull that up just a little bit so that I do have, it's kind of tacked. It's not stuck down. I'm going to stamp this first before I press too hard on anything, just to make sure that it stays. And you know what? I think instead of the green, I'm going to pull in my black ink, my Tuxedo Memento. You could use Stays On, either one. All right, I think that, again, let's stamp this here in the bottom right. Get that ink out of the way. All right, and then, like I said, kind of, I didn't fully tack that down. Oops, that one just goes there. All right, then I can maneuver this a little bit so that I'm not covering up that sentiment. It's still going across the card, but it's like that. And then maybe just a couple little pieces, again, keeping it subtle. I think I like that. I'm not going to add any more twine or anything. Just keep it calm and simple, and that to me looks a little bit more like a sympathy card. Yes. All right, and okay, so let's see what else we've got here. We've got lots of elements. I was thinking too with this big long cherry blossom that it might be kind of cool to actually hate to trim, but if you do it right here in the center between these two larger flowers, I think that's a good spot. You can kind of come around that leaf and then down here, so we're getting kind of the stem. All right, and come up a little bit. I can tweak that some, yeah. All right, but that gives me, I'm cutting this in half. All right, so then I've got a piece that's got a little bit of a stem or branch with it. And then this piece, I'm going to, just curve it off a little bit. All right, so that looks a little bit more natural. Come in here. I'm going to trim around some of this a little bit, just so that it looks like it was kind of meant to be that way, and I can kind of trim out some of that branch. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So just a couple little snippets. Okay, so that way I've got extra pieces. And then let's do this. So I was thinking this time, again, maybe using a circle, but that way I could arrange these so that I could have the different elements on here. What do you guys think? Isn't that kind of cool? Maybe I should put that towards the center. This one's a little long. Or I could just use one. That would be pretty too. And then, ooh, here we go. I could use my scalloped contour pieces because that would be really pretty on there. Ooh, there we go. Had another idea. Okay, so let's do this one. How do I want to arrange this? Ooh, because if I do that, then I could do a little one down here. I think that's cute. All right, let's stamp a sentiment. What do we want to put on this? This would also, you could also do sympathy on this one. Celebrate. I'm thinking, how about this? I'm going to pull in. I pulled out the Peaceful Moments stamp set. This one is retiring here, so you might want to add this list. This was originally introduced in a spring mini catalog. Goodness, I think it's been 2 or 3 years. This is the Peaceful Moments stamp set. It was part of the Poppy collection. In fact, this one has, there's dies. These are the Peaceful painted label dies. Coordinate with this and the Poppy stamps, and there's another set of dies there too. All 4 items on last chance sale, but I love the sentiments with this, so I think I'm gonna do a thinking of you. Sometimes you just need a nice thinking of you stamp, so I think that will work out nicely. So I want a little bit bigger block for that. I'm gonna clean this ink off the edge here. And I'm gonna come in, let's go with Poppy Parade. All right, let's go bold and bright on this because I have pink, and pink. I don't know that I want shaded spruce green ink, so I'm gonna go pink right here in the center of my circle. All right, I think that looks a little bit brighter. Then we can glue this down flat. Okay, now let's pop our flowers up with dimensionals. I love this. Just use a single little one right down here. Isn't that cute? Fun little accent piece. Okay, and then a couple on here, and kind of wrap that around a little bit. I should have, yeah. If I do it that way, my flowers stay on the card. So a little bit top and bottom. You can come in with a little bit of twine, make a little bow for the stem. Okay, again, adjust the loops. There we go. Take one of your glue dots and then put that right here on the stem. Perfect spot. And it kind of hides that little point. All right. Isn't that cute? It's just so sweet. So sweet and so fun. All right. I guess I could have put it down just a little bit and then it wouldn't be so high, but you get the idea. All right. Then just working with what we have. This time I did not pull in any extra cardstock or anything else. I did pull in the Peaceful Moments stamp set, but other than that, just working with the contents of the kit itself. All right, so we've got this layer. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to layer my scalloped contour die on top. All right, so that way I have a little blue showing around the edge. Okay. And then this, and I'm going to put this one right in the center. And actually that would be a cute little place. You could put another sentiment down there. Even, you know, I'm going to pull in. Again, love the Peaceful Moments because so many different occasions. How about a thank you? Thank you would be, I can always use thank you cards. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna, again, use that Memento black ink here. And I am stamping this first because if I totally mess it up, at least I have a second chance. I can flip this over, but that came out nice. So the kind of the quirky font here on the Peaceful Moments, I think that goes nicely with the little bends and the little twists in the cherry branches. I think that's cute. All right, so we'll stick this on. I'm going to double dimensional here. I'm going to pop my scalloped square up, and then I'm going to pop up my cherry blossoms too. Okay. Yes, I'm so glad you guys are enjoying these projects. Again, if you missed out on this kit and you'd like one, just message me. I did get a couple of extras, and they do include the fun little box organizer. Yeah, so just message me and I can help you with that. So I'm gonna put that right across the center, and then I like a little bow on my branch there. So let's do that. Let's go part way up. So I'll just have that ready to go. Do a little bow here. Yeah, this kit is so pretty, and I'm looking, so I think I've got one card base left, but I still have a bunch of flowers and all these labels and things like that. So lots and lots of ways you can use the stamp set. And again, having a nice sympathy sentiment that will be a staple in your collection for quite a while. All right, just that. Isn't that cute? Let's put a couple little jewels on this too. All right, if you guys have been enjoying this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't already. We are closing it. It's my goal to be able to reach 3,000 subscribers by my 3-year anniversary coming up here in May. So I've got about a month to reach that. So please definitely share this channel with your crafty friends, anybody that you think would enjoy it. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we've got one card base left. Isn't that cute? I love the way that turned out. Let's use, I've got all these pretty flowers and elements, so I'm so glad to have extra pieces to work with. I think I'm going to maybe have one of these labels. We'll use our white card base. This is the last, so we'll have made 9 cards. Again, pulling in the blue. I'm going to use one of the leaf pieces here. Let's pop those little insides out. Tip with this, definitely pop from front towards the back, because if you do end up with any little paper snags, it would at least be on the back side of the element as opposed to tearing anything across the front. So just a little tip, pop from front towards the back there. They seem to be cut pretty well, but every now and then you might hit a little snag, so definitely go from front to back. Okay, 2 more. There we go. All right, clean up that little, you never know. I do actually clean as I go, but even though you can't really tell. All right, so that's pretty. We've got some blue peeking through. Let's go ahead, let's glue this down just to keep that intact there. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Do I want to go right across the front like that? Ooh, okay. So I'm going to be brave, and we are going to snip this right there and right here. All right, I'm going to snip this in half here, kind of at strategic spots. Okay. All right, then we'll come in, got a little trim. Okay, so I have 2 sides. We're going to do a little doctoring, just kind of trim this up a little bit more, make it a little smoother, a little natural. Again, do the same thing, come in here at the point and just trim off any sharp edges. Same thing with this leaf. Just trimming just a little bit. Just to smooth things out a bit. Okay. And, ooh, that's actually kind of cool. I had a different plan in mind where I was, but I think that's kind of cool. I like that. This one I was thinking I would actually turn it and do it a little bit differently, but I think I might save that and do something like this, kind of up from the bottom a little bit, and then tuck that in. Ooh, I'm getting creative. Let's see here. What else have we? Ooh, maybe we'll pull in one of those again. That just adds a pop of color, which is kind of neat. All right, let's go ahead. We can fit a larger sentiment on this one. So let's use our Grateful for All the Little Things. The shaded spruce ink will go nicely with the greenery on this one. Okay. All right. Then we'll take that. Yeah, let's do that on the top. That'll be cute. Okay, so grab your glue dots here. And we'll put a couple of these glue dots along the bottom edge here of our little floral accent. All right, we'll tuck our sentiment label right in there with it. Okay, I'm gonna glue this whole thing flat. So you could use your glue dots or your Stampin' Seal here. Kind of position this. This is not glued down yet. I'm gonna pop that part up with dimensionals, but I'm kind of holding it in place just so I can get an idea of where I wanna put things. All right, so I think that'll be good. Okay, making sure I'm pretty even. Okay. Am I even? A little lopsided. All right, now let's take this with some dimensionals. Put one on each corner and then kind of fill in your branches a little bit. And don't forget, you can use the edge pieces here on your kit or in your dimensional sheets. All right, no waste. We use all the bits. Okay. And I'm going to take one more right down here on this bottom, what will be the bottom edge. All right, my motto is you can never really have too many dimensionals. All right, take that, flip this around here at the bottom. Just make sure you're spaced. Have a nice little border. Okay. All right, isn't that cute? That's kind of fun. And then, well, we would have had a little room for twine. But I think I like the way that looks. Could have always done, let's see. All right, I always use like the 4 fingers here and then wrap about 3 times. Seems to be good. I call that my little bird's nest. Okay, do that. Let's see, I'll peel that up just a little bit and then kind of tuck this in a little bit. There you go. Adds just a little pop. Not sure if I like that or not. Oh, you know what? That would have been cuter. Now I feel like I'm getting a little too overboard, but we'll go ahead with it anyways. Okay. All right. Not sure this is my favorite, but it's different. It's different anyways. And we used all 9 of our card bases. All right, so we did our sort of to the as designed here with card number 1, and then we had card number 2, and then where did it go? Card number 3. All right, so as designed with a few tweaks. And then we changed things up. We used our beautiful single flower. We did a fun fold in there. We used these Cherry Blossom. We made a more subdued Sympathy. Trimmed that apart and got an additional 2 cards with fun elements. And then even trimmed the leaves up and did a fun floral or leafy background there. All right, so we made 9 different cards, and I've got a whole leaf background plus a half a piece. I have one of the, I'm gonna just pop these out so I can store them in my case a little better. One large flower. I still have 2 of the medium flowers. I've got 6. I have 6 of the little flowers left over. I like to keep everything nice and tidy like that. All right, then as far as our labels and things, I've got 1 large rectangle piece, 2 large labels. All right, 1 floral label, 3 circles, 3 banners. So you definitely get extra kit pieces with this one. A couple of these little scallopy accent pieces. All right, we've got all of that. Good amount of twine left over, some more jewels, a few glue dots, and some dimensionals here. All right, we still have our stamp set. So what I like to do is take all of these little elements here. You can actually tuck all the loose pieces in the little baggie that was for the dimensionals here. So go ahead and tuck those in. I'm going to show you how I tidy and kind of store my pieces. All right, and then put all the loose pieces that fit right in here with it. Okay, they're all right in there. And then what I can do is take my stamp set, I take my instruction sheet, I'm going to fold this in half. Okay. I put these all around it, right on the inside, and then let me grab one of these just a second. Okay. Then, if you're like me, I have a whole bunch of the die sleeves because I store my dies inside my stamp case. All right, so I have all these little sleeves left over. And if you take your leftover elements, your stamp set, your goodies, fold it up here in your instructions, and that way you can see what month it was. These fit perfectly inside the little die sleeve. And then check that out. It's perfect. You could even tuck your ink spot in there if you wanted to. Okay. It would still fit. Generally, I keep the ink spots out. I just keep these, and that way it's so much easier. Look how little, it takes up no space at all, and you still have your leftover pieces. So if you wanted to, pull these out, have your stamp sets and things like that, you could even, if you folded your, if you did have extra cards and envelopes, again, as long as you fold your cards and envelopes over, they will also tuck right in there. Okay, so you can keep everything nice and tidy together. All right, takes up no space. And then use your little box organizer to keep your, again, you can store 48 ink spots in here. How handy is that? Perfect for travel. I've been using a, well, I'll show you. I have a couple little bins because, of course, always on the hunt for the perfect storage. So I have a little box like this. I have been a Paper Pumpkin subscriber since the very beginning. So obviously I have lots of Stampin' spots. But I love that we've got this now because instead of them being all shuffled in this little bin. All right, I feel like this is sized better. Okay, and it still closes. All right, and then it's only, 2 inches deep. It's not way big. So much easier to transport. So I'm going to have fun filling it, and that way I can, some of these I do have duplicates of, because it's been several years. Stampin' Up! Has said that during the course of a single year, they will not repeat the colors, but beyond that year, then sometimes they do cycle through and do extra colors. But yeah, so I think this is great, and I hope you enjoyed that little tip too for storing your leftover pieces, taking up just minimal space there. All right, and then you could keep them in a little file box or whatever, have them ready to go. But again, this was the April 2023 All the Little Things Paper Pumpkin Kit with the fancy organizer. All right, I do have a couple of extra kits, so just reach out to me if you'd like one, and take advantage of the free shipping sale tomorrow. That's, again, 24-hour flash sale on Wednesday, April 19th on orders of $75 or more. Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscriptions are included in that free shipping. All right, you can get a great deal, and you're going to want to make sure that you sign up so that you can receive the May kit, which will feature the new in colors, and we'll have a new in color spot in there too. Yes, my host code there, thank you, Alicia, again, is GTVBGBZ3. All right, so if your order is under 150, use the code. If it's over 150, don't use the code, because you will receive a minimum of $15 of Stampin' Rewards, okay? If you have any questions with that, definitely reach out to me, message me. You can give me a call. I will be happy to help you with that. And all orders placed with me will receive one of the new annual catalogs here as well. And like I said, I'll have a free gift for everybody who shops tomorrow as well. All right, so thank you. Happy stamping. Have a great afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And I look forward to stamping with you soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.